right, everybody. My name is Garrett. I am with SA Flavor. This is Chef Steve McHugh, and we are at San Antonio's first ever Meatopia, Texas.
Right.
And Chef, you might be able to hear some sounds of jazz in the background. You've spent some time in New Orleans. Now you're in San Antonio.
Yep.
But tell me what you have going on at this first ever Meatopia, San Antonio.
We have a whole hog that we roasted overnight, 15 hours. You can kind of see it right here. This thing, we just basically built a little oven around it. This was a 300-pound Duroc hog out of Minnesota that we brought down, that just full of flavor, full of meaty goodness.
Now talk a little bit about your setup. I mean, this is nothing fancy. Some cinder blocks, and what do you got going on over here?
Yeah, this is as easy as it gets, with just a bunch of cinder blocks and some tied rebar, and then we pile more cinder blocks around the top and then cover over the top, so the thing just cooks in there like an oven. It was probably about 400 degrees at one point.
And you got out here early this morning. I saw you on Twitter tweeting out some pictures.
Last night.
Okay.
Last night.
So what did you do? How early did you get out here?
About 10 o'clock last night we lit the fire, and we let it go for about 2 hours, and so about midnight is when we actually put the hog on. Once we had a nice bed of coals, and then we just stoked it with a few pieces of wood every half hour. Just kept it going.
So what are you going to do with it? Now he's nice and charred. We got him ready. What are you going to do with this beast?
What we'll do is we'll start taking it apart muscle by muscle. We'll take it over here. We're going to cut it up, and then we're going to fold it into our pork gumbo. We made a pork gumbo with a pig fat roux and a pork stock.
Okay.
So it's all about the swine today.
Awesome. Now you're originally from Wisconsin.
Yes.
You've lived in New Orleans.
Yes.
Came to San Antonio to open up Luke's San Antonio.
Yes.
And now you're starting your own venue, Cured.
Cured.
Tell me a little bit about Cured.
Well, Cured is a place that has been in my head and in my heart for a long time. It took many years for it to kind of come to fruition, because it was just one of those deals. I just knew what I wanted to do but didn't know how and where, and I got the perfect opportunity here at Pearl to really make a dream come true for myself. And Cured, the name came from the two reasons. Number one, it came from the fact that we're going to have a huge charcuterie program, and we're going to be utilizing animals from head to tail. And the other half of that is my battle with lymphoma in 2010 that lasted for about a year, and I came out looking good on the other side, and so that's the other half of Cured.
Now, and from what I've heard, when someone comes in and orders a charcuterie platter,
right,
you're actually going to be making donations to different charities every quarter.
Yeah, we actually, we really want to have a charity-driven approach to the restaurant, because for us it's very important to be a part of the community, to be a part of this community, not just Pearl but San Antonio. And so we will designate a different charity every quarter. We're going to start in January with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, since that's the one that's near and dear to my heart.
Awesome. And when can folks expect to get into Cured? I know that this has been a topic around San Antonio. Everyone's ready.
Right.
Everyone's ready. When do you think people are going to start being able to trick in?
I'm ready too. We're looking at this point. We're looking at probably first or second week in December. We're construction. It's a very old building. It's a very beautiful old building, and there's always little things and little nuances about old buildings that you really got to take into great consideration. And so it slows us down a little bit, but it's going to be great no matter when we get it open. I know that.
That's awesome. And from what I understand, this is not a one-time deal. People are going to still be able to get the whole hog gumbo on the menu at Cured. What other things can people expect?
The whole hog gumbo is just my kind of harken back to New Orleans, but at the same time utilizing these local animals and really bringing something forward. We're going to have a very extensive vegetable and vegetarian menu for those that want salads and pastas and things like that. And we have a beautiful farmers market that happens here once a week, and I'm going to treat them like one of my purveyors. I'll be able to just walk out my back door and get all the best produce, chicken, pork, goat, lamb, you name it. It's all right here. It comes to me every week. As a chef, I'm extraordinarily lucky that they bring it to me. I mean, that doesn't happen normally.
That is awesome. Well, we are definitely excited to be having you here at Meatopia, to have Cured at the Pearl, and looking forward to it. Thanks, Chef.
Appreciate it.